It has been a quick summer, but a productive summer. It's amazing. It's first week of August, and but you know, for recruiting, we just got off the road in the 3 5-day periods of July, and all of college basketball is getting back. And what's different about our July is that we'd get back on a Sunday and start using some of our 10 practices before we leave for Canada. So it's been kind of whirlwind for the staff and our players, but it's been good. You know, what these trips do is they fast forward you to try to get through a lot of different things. So you're pretty good at a few things, not great at a lot of things, but you have to work on zone offense, and you'd never be putting zone offense in July. You'd never worry about a press offense in August, but you kind of know what some of the Canadian teams will do, so you have to kind of get prepared. So that part of it, we're not going to be a finished product by any means on this Canadian trip, but it will. It's unbelievable the help that it gives you in October and November for those early preseason games. Our 5 guys returning have all had some really good moments. TD and Brian Tyree, Devontae Shuler. We keep a point system of kind of through the whole summer since June. Those 3 guys have led us in the point systems. Bruce Stevens of late has gotten himself in better shape. He's down to a weight that's getting closer to his goal weight. Dom has done better. And then DC Davis, also a guy coming back, the 6th guy. The thing we do is we do have 5 true freshmen here. And I think all of them are going to be really good players. We've been really pleased, but like all young guys, trying to grasp tempo, pace of practice. But KJ Buffin, Blake Henson, Luis Rodriguez have all been kind of 3 freshmen that have really stood out. Franco Miller, our guard from the Bahamas, has probably had the most limited practices. He's been here about 6 practices, but he's starting to kind of find his way. But the Canadian trip we're looking forward to, and we'll leave on Saturday.
How important is it going to be, Kermit, for a newcomer to kind of emerge at the 4, and how important is this Canadian trip in kind of helping you identify that?
Yeah, if you've watched our teams play at middle for a lot of years, and we've had really kind of 4 MVPs at that position in the league, and a lot of things runs through that position. And right now Blake Henson would start at the 4. KJ Buffin is another guy that's really, really skilled, about 6'7", 6'8". Both those guys are kind of what we played with at middle, can stretch the floor, kind of hybrid forwards. We told Bruce if Bruce can get down to a certain weight, and last year, Bruce and Dom played together, sometimes that Bruce would also capabilities of playing a 4. The whole thing, when you play a 4, you got to guard a 4. And so, but those 3 guys have all done well. And so the Canadian trip, we're going to go on the road, which is going to be good. Probably the thing that sticks out to me the most, we've had a lot of positive things. Our team is not great right now at playing through pockets of adversity, fatigue, different things that a lot of teams go through, even some of the experienced players on our team. You're going to go through it there because the games are physical. Sometimes you can go on these foreign trips and you can play bad and just win. You can just win. Teams aren't very organized. These teams in Canada are organized. I mean, like this first team we played beat 4 Division I teams this period last year. Carleton has beaten the who's who of college basketball. So you're going to go, you got to play. This team's organized. So a lot of those guys will have great experience, but they'll get exposed as young players do, like they all will.
Junior college players, well, I mean, Zach and Scooter coming in, what do you kind of think about what they've done so far and the roles they need to play, being that I know they haven't played at this level, but they got some experience, at least in college.
They both had good summers. And, Scooter last year, Brian Helms from Itawamba led us in scoring, had 21 and 8 yesterday. We played a 30-minute kind of a red-blue scrimmage. You can take leading scorers out of that, but he's an aggressive player. Ole Miss has had some really, really good athletes throughout the years, but there'll be no better athlete in college basketball as far as just run jump. He's a spectacular athlete. Now we're trying to get him to channel into, the concepts of play. But he really is. He's done really well. I think his last 2 weeks has been his best weeks. Zach Naylor has had some really, really good moments, and both those guys will sure figure in our team this year.
Kermit, how much experimenting do you do with like rotations and that kind of thing, or is this a trip where you're maybe in the back of your mind trying to sort of establish some rotational ideas for the season?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, I think this is that sometimes it takes games for guys to really understand a new coach, really that he's really serious about defensive breakdowns and he'll really limit your minutes. You can say it in practice, but until a guy comes out of a game and doesn't go back in a game, you know, for a period of time, he doesn't really understand, or turnovers or different things like that. So, you know, I think that our team will learn a lot of different things. I'm going to learn a lot about our team. We're going to play a lot of different combinations. You know, obviously as a new staff, there's kind of, if I'm in Middle Tennessee and we're on this trip and we go 0-4, Kermit's just getting the team right. He's good. You know, we come to a new program, you kind of want to have a little bit of success, but with that, you do want to see different combinations with your team. And so where we are, we're going to play a lot of different guys.